Chrissie Swan Show.
Oh, hey, welcome to your Friday. And it's not just any Friday. Are we allowed to say?
Of course.
It's JoJo Siwa Friday.
It's JoJo Siwa Friday.
I am so excited. Karma is a bitch, okay? That's all I need to say. I should have known better. I love her. I just can't. I'm so excited. In fact, this is what I'm going to do. I'm changing the Say G'day topic. I've just remembered what it was.
Yeah, go.
Did your mum ever give you a day off school to see someone or go somewhere and you just couldn't believe your luck? Because full disclosure, my kids are here now to meet JoJo Siwa. It's a cultural event.
This will never happen again in their lifetime. You've made the right call as a mother, Swanee.
Thank you. I remember my mum gave me the day off to go to the Royal Melbourne show when I was little, and I could not believe it.
How special.
You know, out in the world on a train when all your friends are at school, you never forget that feeling.
And not having to pretend you're at home sick.
Correct.
Like getting to actually enjoy the world.
You're allowed.
Seeing it go round. Yes. It's amazing. 13 24 10. We want to know, why did you get a day off school? How good are cool moms? JoJo Siwa will join us live in the studio after 3 o'clock.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Let's do this.
Chrissie's Say G'day.
As soon as we found out that JoJo Siwa was going to be live on this show, and I don't know if I'm talking out of school, but I don't think she's doing too much publicity.
I don't think she is, Swanee. I think she's literally here for 24 to 48 hours.
We just feel so lucky that we're going to be in her orbit.
I don't think I'll believe it until she's in this studio with the microphone on.
I agree. I agree. In fact, I nearly called you on the way to work today going, has she cancelled?
Yeah.
Is it really happening, or did we dream it? But I have, just in case she does turn up, I have given my kids the day off school because they love JoJo Siwa. We love her.
Did they fall in love with her on Dance Mums or
Dance Moms first, of course. But more recently with her metamorphosis into this really great, authentic,
powerhouse,
sort of tough girl. Yeah. So I'm the best mum in the world.
You're a cool mom.
Yeah.
13 24 10. We want to know the reason your mum gave you a day off school.
Yeah, because my mum let me go to the show when I should have been at school. Oh, my God.
Andy,
what will you never, ever forget?
Hi, guys. I will never, ever, I love your show. I will never, ever forget when I was in primary school, Mum would take us out of primary school when it snowed and take us up to the snow.
Oh.
Now, this was Mount Waverley, so it didn't snow often in the Dandenongs. but it was, it's something you never forget.
So did you used to have to listen to, Rob Gell's forecast to see when it was going to snow, and then you're like, woohoo?
I don't know. She'd just pick us up out of school. She was so strict that, it was a huge thing. Yeah, it was massive. And it's one of those things that you remember forever. You
have just added the extra bonus thrill of being picked up from school. Like, it's one thing to wake up in the morning and not go, but to already be there and then be busted out via the front desk. Oh, my God.
Also, that's ballsy by your mum. I like that.
Oh, I like it.
Andy, we're going to send you a double pass to Gladiator 2, which is in cinemas now.
Hey, Steph.
Hi.
I love this one. I've just read what it is. What did your mum give you a day off to do?
JT was in town and I had tickets to his concert, but they were general admission, so you had to line up to get in the front row, and she gave me the day off to see JT.
Just in case you missed out, JT is, of course, the great Justin Timberlake. And what year was this, do you think?
2004.
Oh, my God. Great times. And do you know what you were wearing? Like, did you have to... I remember in those days you would have to, take sleeping bags and deck chairs, and, it was a really serious event.
Oh, yeah, it was very serious. I'm actually, still friends with people that I met in line.
Yes.
It's a whole groupie, mentality.
Oh, God, it's magical.
Do you go to other shows together, Steph? Have you been to other concerts with those people?
Yes, then when he was out in 2007, we were all lining up together again.
Wow.
Fantastic.
How good is live music? After I went to Troye Sivan last night, I'm like, I think this is my favourite thing in the world to do.
Really?
See live music. I love it.
Wow, it's my least.
A double pass to see Gladiator 2 for you as well, Steph. Let's finish with Catherine.
Hello, Catherine.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
I love the show.
Oh, I love you.
I haven't been taken out of school, but next week I'm taking my 2 children, 10-year-old boy, 13-year-old daughter, to Costco.
Oh, my God, that's better than Disneyland, Catherine.
I know, she's going to go nuts.
And make sure you get a hot dog on the way out. They are supreme.
Are they?
Yes.
Do you know, like an IKEA hot dog, that vibe?
Yes.
I love them.
And the pizza's good too.
A double pasta gladiator 2 for you, Catherine.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
At Priceline Pharmacy, they're all about keeping you sun safe. The best thing you can do to protect yourself from harmful UV rays and premature aging? Wear sunscreen every day.
Head online or in store to shop now at Priceline.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Everyone is talking about Troye Sivan at the moment. Oh, my God. You were at the show last night. Was it amazing?
It was unbelievable. Like, one of my favourite concerts I've ever been to was at Sydney Myer Music Bowl in Melbourne.
Outdoors.
The vibe. Warm night. The vibe was just unmatched. It was like a festival. It was so fun.
Oh, my God. How gorgeous. And an audience full of young whippersnappers, no doubt.
Full of gays.
Oh, my God, my favourite.
Yeah.
And, of course, after his amazing speech at the Arias, he's really kicking some goals, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's revealed a very harrowing story about his father, his head, and a nail gun.
He got shot in the head with a nail gun.
Okay.
And like a 5-centimeter nail went into his brain, and he had to have like emergency surgery, and he's completely fine. It's like a miracle, honestly.
I've sort of noticed, I've seen a lot of Troye Sivan lately.
Yeah.
He just says sort of shocking, weird things. They just come out of his mouth. Like at the Arias, it was a really personal story that you would tell, you know, to maybe a handful of people, and he just blurts it out, and then he's having this, you know, presumably quite a civilized interview, and he goes, "Yeah, my dad got shot in the head with a nail gun."
You're right. It's the delivery is so nonchalant.
Yeah,
It's just
and there's no filter. It's like, I don't know if I should be saying this. Oh, stuff it. I'm going to say it.
And then a graphic appeared of the nail in his dad's head.
And that is deep in there. How does that even happen?
How do you live through that? That looks like it would go into the brain.
Well, I think it did. I think it did go it was very, very serious, and as he said, an absolute miracle. I am terrified of workshop tools and appliances.
Yeah.
I really, really am.
I'm with you.
I mow my own lawn now, but even then, like I did it yesterday,
Yeah.
I had to I had to make sure I had proper covered toes.
We need to get you some steel caps.
Maybe I do need them.
Yeah, because then you'll feel safe. You'll know that your toes are okay.
And the concentration, I've got my tongue out. I'm looking at my feet, looking at the blades. I take it very, very seriously because I don't trust myself with power tools. I know that I'm an accident waiting to happen.
Absolutely.
Have you ever...
I get scared walking into my dad's shed.
He's good on the tools, isn't he, David?
I see the saw on the bench and everything. I'm like, oh... Even just the sight of the blade.
The drop saws.
Yes, that one.
Oh, my God.
I feel like they should be reserved for horror films, and that's all.
I agree.
And I think nail guns should be illegal. They just look scary.
I feel like you're right. You could kill someone with one of them.
13 24 10. Have you had a mishap with a power tool? We want to hear about it, and we'll give you a prize to make you feel better.
Gruesome, please.
Please.
The Chrissie Swan Show. The Chrissie Swan Show.
We're talking about the times that you've had a run with a power tool in the shed or in the workshop, and you've come off second best. Troye Sivan's dad did just that and ended up with a nail gun in his head.
He got shot in the head with a nail gun.
Okay.
And like a 5-centimeter nail went into his brain, and he had to have emergency surgery, and he's completely fine. It's like a miracle, honestly.
I mean, look, I love that we've got the outcome, but I want to know how this happened.
Yeah.
And where was Troye Sivan's mother at the time? That's what I would like to know. How does a nail from a nail gun end up in the back of a man's head?
His mum's so cool. She would have been out shopping or at a gig or something.
She's so gorgeous.
She's a vibe. 13 24 10. What happened with the power tool?
What happened, Michaela?
So I was camping with my partner for my very first time as well, and we were sitting around the fire. It was pitch black at night. I had thongs on, and I've gotten up to go to the toilet, and as I've gone around the camp chair, he had his retractable saw against it. Yeah, and I've kicked the handle of it, and it's flipped the blade up and cut open the side of my ankle, the back of my ankle, and bunch of blade marks across as well.
I mean,
And I was, yes.
I'm sorry, I am speechless. I knew I hated camping, but now I really, really hate it so much.
that was your first mistake, Michaela, going camping, can I just say?
I've been excited to go camping for my whole life, and yeah, that was a one to remember.
Were you in the middle of nowhere? How did you get some medical attention?
Well, I didn't until like the next day, like later the next day.
What?
So it was a Saturday night, and I got back into like the community area late Sunday arvo, but I didn't actually end up going into the doctors till Monday morning.
Michaela, I would have required a chopper.
And what were the wounds in the end? Were there stitches and all that sort of stuff?
I did need stitches, but because of how late I left it, they just wanted to glue it up or butterfly stitch it.
And what does it look like now?
A couple of decent scars.
Did you leave that? Did you leave that partner for leaving a tool around?
No. We both decided it was 50-50 fault.
Wow.
Oh, that's convenient.
Priceline Pharmacy voucher for you, Michaela. Let's go to...
I could see that all unfolding.
Oh, I can feel it. Like my Achilles is...
And all my toes are bunched up. Hi, Daniela.
Hey, guys. This is a pretty gross one.
Oh,
but
no,
my dad...
I don't think I can do gross.
No, I can. I've seen a word here. I want to hear about it.
So my dad used to work in an abattoir.
No.
Keep going.
And they have meat grinders and meat saws. And one of the guys that he was working alongside was sawing some meat, and he accidentally sawed off his finger. So while they rushed him off to the hospital, my dad was designated to look for the finger amongst all the meat.
Wait.
He found it.
Chrissy's taking her headphones off because she can't hear it. So wait, your dad had to go through the meat.
Yeah.
What kind of
grinded.
meat? Like sausage mince?
It was pork. Yeah, so
okay.
it was a pig abattoirs, and he had to go through all the meat.
God,
so the finger, he found it. And
he found it?
He found it. They brought it back to the hospital, and they actually put it back on. How effective that finger was, I'm not too sure.
Swanee, it's a happy ending. They found the finger, and then they put it back on, and now he's got his finger. And it smells like pork, apparently.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's go clicking.
Chrissy's Clickbait.
There's some really great audio going around of I want to say journalist, maybe paparazzo, is it?
What do you want? A TMZ reporter.
A TMZ reporter door-stopping Tina Knowles, of course, Beyonce, and Solange's mother. And trying to get some juice. Desperately trying to get some juice about the Netflix performance that was glitchy.
Well, yeah, because Netflix, Beyonce's performing on Christmas Day at halftime for one of the NFL games.
Yeah.
And I think it's the first time Netflix is streaming this live. And when they streamed that fight live the other day, it was great.
Bad.
Yeah.
It was really bad. And, it's a fair question. What do you think, Tina? Do you think it's going to be glitchy?
Are you concerned about Netflix having any glitches for Beyonce's Christmas Day performance?
Oh, everything is going to be good. God is going to be
I love that. Miss Tina, do you think that all of Beyonce's Grammy noms kind of make up for the lack of CMA love?
I'm not talking about that.
We know that's right, Miss
We
Tina.
know.
Thank you so much. You're fantastic.
I love that. I'm not talking about that. We know. That's right. We love you, Miss Tina.
Miss Tina, she was a full Miss Tina fangirl.
So funny.
Tina, I'm surprised Tina didn't chat more. She usually loves to.
Yeah, she normally loves a little guest bag, does she?
Give an
Especially about
interview.
her golden child. Let's move on to Lizzie Lohan. I know that it's not about appearances, but she is looking amazing.
Like, phenomenal.
She looks sharp and sane.
Yeah.
Like, compared to the stuff that was going around a few years ago, which was very concerning.
She seemed extremely weathered.
Yes,
Yeah.
and unhinged.
Yeah. And there was that accent that would come and
Oh,
go.
it was just, she was not having a good time of it, but no, my God, hasn't she turned that frown upside down?
I'm sorry, but that's one of the best facelifts I've seen in Hollywood.
I think she's taken in a photo of Kylie Jenner and said, I'll just have this.
Yeah. Yeah, great.
Just
Make
do
me look
that.
like this.
Just do that on there. But, it works. Looks amazing. She was on, who's that guy? Andy Cohen? Is that him?
Yeah, watch What Happens Live.
Yeah, she was on that show, and she divulged a very interesting story about a producer, an executive.
I mean, the first movie I auditioned for was The Parent Trap, and I haven't auditioned since that.
Is it true that a Disney executive asked you at the premiere of that movie if your sister was there?
Yes. Michael Eisner.
Michael Eisner asked you that?
Where's your twin? And I said, well, you should have paid me double because I don't have one.
Where's your twin?
That is unbelievable.
That is crazy.
Like,
Michael Eisner's a really big name in Hollywood.
Yes,
Yeah.
like a top dog. Surely he was across the casting and the way that movie was being made.
I mean, look, probably not.
You don't think?
Nah, I reckon he probably does contracts and has lunches and goes, yep, fine, let's just do that. Let's commission it.
That's still one of my top 10 films, The Parent Trap. I love it.
Remind me of it again. See, I loved Freaky Friday, but I loved the original one.
The Parent Trap is with, who is that gorgeous woman, the mother on it? What is her name? Elizabeth Jane, Natasha Richardson.
Natasha Richardson and Dennis Quaid.
Yeah.
She, every time I see Lindsay Lohan, no matter what age she is, she astounds me with what a great actress she is. She's so good.
Yes.
She's really, really good.
No matter what state she's in. But speaking of Lindsay states, can you please just give us a Lindsay voice? Tease that JoJo Siwa is coming on the show.
Don't go anywhere, guys, because JoJo Siwa will be on in a couple of minutes.
This is the Chrissie Swan Show.
Jack, I've got a situation. The weather is getting better and I can never, ever wear toeless sandals anymore because I've lost my big toenail.
Oh, no.
It's a really hot day today here. I really wanted to wear my little sandals. I have to wear runners. I have to wear runners every day now for the rest of my life.
Now, you always have a really great pedicure.
Yes, I do. I only get 3 a year, but they last.
And how has this occurred, though? How have you lost your big toenail?
Walking. So all the walking
has ripped it off?
It's just a standard thing, because it's hitting the top of your shoe thousands of times a day.
What if we look at getting you those Birkenstocks I have? They're called the Boston? The one, and then your toes are covered. At least your ankle and foot's then out the back, like a slide vibe.
No, I'd feel like Papa Smurf. I just have to wear runners. That's it this summer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And it's right down at the base. It's going to take a year to grow. I'm really upset.
Oh, I don't know if you should go on.
I really send it. Yeah, absolutely.
No, don't. Wait until 4 because JoJo Siwa is joining us live in studio. I said it earlier in the show. I will believe it when I see it.
Me too. I'm not going to believe my eyes. It'll be like seeing a live unicorn.
It really will.
Yeah.
She is magical. If you're not sure who we're talking about, she was like the star kid on Dance Moms. Next, though, Chrissie's Quizzy.
The Chrissie Swan Show. The Chrissie Swan Show.
Let's do this.
From festive music, magic and movies to Santa visits and pics, that's what feels like Christmas. Discover more reasons to love the season at Westfield. Visit your local centre today.
Chrissie's Quizzy.
Oh, yes. Hello, Katrina.
Hello, Chrissy.
How's your Friday going, darling?
Oh, it's nearly wrapping up. Picking up the kids, a couple of hours more of work, and maybe a wine.
Oh, God, I love all of that apart from the wine.
Oh.
I don't drink anymore.
Of course.
I
know.
know.
Good girl.
Can you believe nearly 4 years, Katrina?
Amazing.
I know, how boring. Hello, Julie. Hello, Julie.
Hello.
Was there a song in the 80s called Julie by Shakin' Stevens?
I'm not sure.
I think there was. I'm going to have to Google that, Jules. Well, may the luck of Shakin' Stevens be with you. In Chrissy's Quizzy, your names are your buzzers. It's the best of 5, meaning the first person to get 3 answers correct wins the game. And we'll walk away not only with the bum bag, but we're going to stuff $200 worth of Westfield gift cards in it. Very nice.
Question number 1.
Can you name the TV series JoJo Siwa starred?
Katrina.
Yes, Katrina.
Dance Moms.
Yes.
Katrina, I've got some very exciting news for you. Guess who is standing behind me, behind glass?
Oh, my God, JoJo.
JoJo is here.
JoJo
Amazing.
is in the building.
And so is her beautiful mother as well.
Oh, lovely.
All right.
Both looking deluxe.
Question number 2. That's 1 point to Katrina.
On which social media platform do you post on someone's wall?
Katrina.
Yes, Katrina.
Facebook.
Wow, you are hot to trot today, Katrina. So competitive. Can you feel it?
I can feel it. Question number 3. This is for the win, Katrina. Julie, you're still in it though, my mate.
Jamie Lee. I hope so too. Can't just be lay down misère. Jamie Lee Curtis is celebrating her birthday today. Can you name one film that she's been in?
Katrina.
Yes, Katrina for the win.
Oh my gosh. I know the one with. Oh my gosh. No, I'm gonna have to. I can't remember. Which is the dancer. I just can't think of it.
Julie, do you know one? Do you want to steal?
Oh my God, I've gone blank. No, sorry.
I reckon, Katrina, you're thinking of True Lies.
That's it.
Damn it. Question number 4.
Seoul is the capital of which country?
Freaky.
Obviously, South Korea. Question number 5. 16-year-old Knox Jolie Pitt is the son of which Hollywood A-listers?
Katrina.
Yes, Katrina.
Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt.
Correct. Katrina, you've got $200 to spend at Westfield. Well done. And, of course, the bum bag. Don't ignore that.
Thank you so much. That's amazing. Thank you.
Have a gorgeous weekend, Katrina and Julie.
Enjoy, ladies. Hey, live in studio next, JoJo Siwa.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
We are thrilled to welcome the legend, the myth, JoJo Siwa.
Oh, come
Welcome.
on. Had it queued up, ready to go.
We cannot believe we're looking at you. We saw an article in the newspaper of that you were coming and there was a picture of you in front of Flinders Street and we were like, is this some sort of cruel joke that
No.
they are saying she's coming but she never will, and here you are.
Here she is. No, not a cruel joke at all. I'm very much so here, very much so excited to be here. Melbourne actually happens to be like one of my favorite cities in the world. And
Why?
Ever since I was little, I just had a special bond with Melbourne. I don't know what it is. And now I have friends that live here, and I don't know, it's like I always said when I was little, like, I want to live in Australia and I want to live in Melbourne. Like
oh my
that.
God, that's so
I
thrilling.
think you should purchase a holiday house here.
I
Vacation
think it's a
home.
great idea.
Now, you're here for Always Live. You're performing tonight. If you're in Melbourne, people can go and see you for the Summer Camps Tramp Party.
Yes.
What can we expect from this performance this evening?
Oh boy, it's a fun set. It's a really fun set. It's my longest set that I've ever done. So it's seven songs in the last few years. Obviously, I had a tour where it was much more, but 7 songs. It's the first time I'm performing my new song, Iced Coffee. And first time I'm performing my song, Guilty Pleasure. So we got a lot of firsts happening. It's the first
I was listening to
time.
Guilty Pleasures on the way into
Thank
work
you.
today. It's fabulous.
Thank you. It's y'all. I love to talk about G Flip. I make up an excuse anytime I can to bring them up. But earlier. Actually, last year, right around this time, they taught me how to drum. They gave me a drum lesson. And ever since then, I've fallen in love with the drums. And they become one of my best friends, and they've helped me out here and there with them. And tonight, actually, is my first time ever performing the drums, and they're going to be there to watch. So I'm so thrilled about it. So terrified, so
There's
scared,
some
but
great
so excited.
footage that you should look up. I'm going to sound like an old lady. Your mum would know this. Karen Carpenter sang and played the drums, and there's an amazing little piece of footage on Instagram. I'll find it for you before you go.
I gotta go look.
It's great drum inspo, JoJo.
I'm like stay dialed in, stay focused. Like don't flip. That flip's there. Like just stay focused. There's just so much pressure with them drumming. Even anytime like I post a video of me drumming on my close friend stories or something that they see, I'm like, oh dear boy, here they go. They're gonna see it.
Do you get to hang out with G Flip and Christelle when they're in LA, or are your schedules sort of too nuts?
No, we do. We obviously it's very difficult because our schedules are very nuts, but we definitely make time, especially Flip and I. Chriselle, we've only hung out a couple of times, but we're actually getting like a little bit closer, which has been really nice.
So what do you do when you're hanging out?
Such a great question.
What do you actually do?
Honestly, like literally just can chat it up, and they're like family. Flip has really become like an older sibling to me.
Do you cook? Like, do you go to 7-Eleven?
We typically order. Last night we ordered Chinese food.
Yeah. What's your order? What's your Chinese order?
I got some noodles. They were like egg noodles with chicken. They were very good.
Yum, I had that for lunch. It was
really,
great.
so
yeah.
good. Can't complain. It was
Snap.
some great Chinese restaurant. I couldn't tell you where, but yeah, we made up this fun game one time. It's called Dreams. Why we made up that, I don't know. But it's basically like you play a song and then the other person has to like commit to like really selling the song. And it's our fun game called Dreams.
Can we play it now?
No.
I really want to have to go.
You have to be in like a really interesting mood to play Dreams.
I'm never interested.
We'll hang out and then...
Okay, but why do you call it Dreams?
Exactly. I have no idea. Flip came up with the name.
I love it. It's so intriguing.
Yeah.
I need to talk to you about Abby Lee Miller because I'm worried for your mental health.
Yep.
Because my daughter wanted me to watch it, and I said, yes, I love all that stuff. And I watched 3 episodes, and I said, Peg, I cannot watch another second of that woman verbally abusing these poor children that are not her own. I said, if that woman spoke to you like that, I would lose my mind.
Yeah. I mean, look, for me, it was a little different because I knew what I was getting myself into with the TV show, but and meeting Abby and being a part of the team. But I think I craved that sort of, you know what I mean? And like, I don't know, I think that I also know that like 60 hours a week is what we were together. And then what was actually aired was 42 minutes. And so like, of course the most entertaining is what's going to be aired. You know what I mean? But you know, there's some stuff that I watch back and I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
So mean.
Can I say as well, it's really...
She's very good to me now. Let me say that. She's very good to me now.
It's really nice to see that you're so open about talking about Dance Moms, because I feel like a lot of people move on from those types of shows and want to like forget it or pretend it didn't happen. And I find it refreshing. So exciting.
That blows my mind because like it is such a massive part of my past, and that I'm like, no, I love this show, and I will always love Dance Moms, and I will always care about it, and I will never, ever want to erase it from my past.
I agree. I was on a TV show 21 years ago, and there are some people that have done the same show that never want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I love talking about it because I know the answers.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I can't make it up. They
it's
can
like
ask me anything about it.
And
Chrissie was
I
on
know
Big
your
Brother.
experience.
Yeah, I can be, I can answer it.
Yep.
Whereas if they ask me harder questions, I don't know the answers.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We know about Dance
That
Moms
is
and
true.
Big Brother. Yeah,
It's like I can talk about it for days.
Exactly.
How have you found always being in the limelight and such a public figure from such a young age? I feel like it's almost like you were built for it. Do you feel like that?
Yeah, I do. I don't think it's for everybody at all, but I was a very different kind of child. I was very, very different as a youngling. And I don't know, it just kind of, I feel like it really is that. Like I really was shaped to be this. And it's,
I want to talk to your mum about it.
Do you struggle? Right. What do you struggle with being so famous now? Is there anything like the social media aspect or
everything? There's a lot of struggles, but at the end of the day, like I chose it. You know what I mean? I have this thing with tattoos. Like you cannot be like, it hurts because like you're choosing to go get it. You know what I mean? And so that's my thing with fame. Like any of the hardships that come with it, I'm continuing to choose it.
What's
you know
your
what I mean?
favorite thing about everybody knowing who you are?
My favorite thing is getting to see people watch me through their eyes. There was just this little girl, her name's Kaylani, and I love this little kiddo with all my heart. She's 3 years old. I met her in Starbucks, and her mom's become a friend, and just the kids JoJo obsessed, and she's new JoJo obsessed too, not even old JoJo. She likes JoJo and Bluey. She asked me if I could get her a Bluey souvenir and say hi to Bluey in Australia. I was like, absolutely, anything for you, kiddo. Anyways, she came to watch my show, and watching her little young eyes just like light up with pure joy. Like you cannot force that kind of joy. And so to see that, it just like it melts my heart, whether that be from a 3-year-old or from a 30-year-old or from a 90-year-old. It just it's magic.
Amazing. JoJo, please stick around. You can catch JoJo performing in Melbourne exclusively for Always Live tonight at Summer Camp's Tramp Party.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Where is Jesse McCartney right now? I'd forgotten about him.
Love him.
We love him. You're listening to the Chrissie Swan Show, and we are joined by JoJo Siwa. We cannot believe it.
That is me. How are we?
I mean, we've known you since how old were you when you started in Dance Moms?
9. I was only 9. It's been long 12 years.
Unbelievable. And you've started multi-million-dollar bow businesses. I mean, you've been just extraordinary.
Thank you.
One of the most interesting parts of your story is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us how that happened and whether or not
it just did one day.
Did it just?
No, I had a best friend who I was like, oh, it's not a best friend. And I was always open, always loved the LGBTQIA plus community, but, just never thought that was me, but also never liked boys, and I just didn't know. I was young, and anyways, I was 16, fell in love with my best friend. We ended up actually dating for 9 months, had a beautiful relationship. Still are friends to the day, like, it's great. But yeah, coming out, actually, it's a very natural thing. I mean, I kind of share everything with the world to some extent, and so that was like, I didn't feel a need to hide it at all. It just was like, this is me. This is this.
And did it feel good? Because you would have been inundated with messages from other young people that had been struggling with their sexuality. Did you go, gosh, I'm glad I did this?
Yeah, I think what always felt good to me is like the older people that would say like, I wish I had somebody like you as a kid. That to me was like,
Amazing.
That made me feel good because there's kids now that do have someone like me. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy.
I recently saw you on Call Her Daddy and the podcast, and you were talking about how much you loved Miley's Bangers moment.
Forever.
And how, did that sort of help you with your rebrand at the start of this year?
Absolutely, it did. I mean, I from a very young age have been very inspired by Miley Cyrus. I obviously Hannah Montana, you know, and that was a massive part of my childhood career. And then growing and being an adult, it was for sure, I looked at Bangers as one of my biggest inspirations. I look at Bangers, Freddie Mercury, Lady Gaga, all my biggest inspirations. And yeah, Miley is a genius. And I think the flip she made was brilliant. And to even be like compared a little bit to that, it just like, it's like, ding, goal achieved.
Is Miley the one that's recently said that she won't be touring anymore because it makes her feel uncomfortable? What do you think about that?
Really?
Yeah. She just doesn't like it.
Touring
Doesn't like
is
everyone
very
looking
hard.
at her.
Yeah,
Doesn't like it.
It's very hard. It's a lot of pressure, but can't relate. I personally love it. I'm like, put me on that stage immediately.
Now, Swanee, we've put together a fun radio game that we want to play with JoJo.
Lies, Google has told me.
I've just been staring into your beautiful eyes, JoJo, and I've forgotten my little list. All right. We've Googled you.
Uh-oh.
And Google lies.
Google does lie.
Google lies like one after the other, time after time. I'm going to tell you some lies. I'm going to tell you some things that Google has said about you. You tell me if it's true or not.
Got you.
JoJo Siwa is obsessed with unicorns.
Lie.
See?
But when I was a kid, yeah, but lie.
You once made a giant cereal bowl.
True.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, in my bathtub.
You talk to your merchandise.
I did used to do that. That is very weird now that you say that out loud. I did used to.
Okay, so what would that sound
like? I'd be like, "Hello, Bobo Dog. How you doing today?" Like, I really would. I really would.
One
That's
of my
psycho.
favourite scenes on Keeping Up with the Kardashians was Northwest coming to your house.
Yep.
And Kim going into your merch room and Kim FaceTiming everyone to show her,
Just
show
like-
everyone your merch room.
Being like, "This is what we need."
Yeah.
To.
And didn't North go, my mom says you
Talk really loud.
Yeah.
She clocked me.
And Kim was like, no, I didn't.
Kim was like, there was this one part though where North made a mess and Kim was like, "Where's your broom? I'll sweep it." I was like, "Absolutely not, Cinderella." I was like, "You are not sweeping my floor."
She would have said, thank you so much. I don't know how to sleep.
Yeah.
JoJo sleeps with 12 pillows?
Definitely not. I sleep with like one.
Yeah, me too. I'm a pillow minimalist.
Yep.
Your house is called JoJo's Candy Mansion.
It's definitely not. It's called JoJo's frat house as of right now.
You used to glue bows to your head?
Zip tie, not glue.
Zip tie.
How would that work?
So that way, like, they don't come out while I'm performing.
But would you like do it through your hair?
Yeah.
Oh.
Psycho.
Yeah.
Super.
Your favourite place to sing is in the shower?
Yeah, probably. But I would say on stage. So I would say lie.
You have recently, and no, you often wear head-to-toe glitter to bed.
Never.
You've had more than 6 hair colours at once.
Yes.
You wrote a song about rejection at age 12.
I mean, kind of. You could kind of consider only getting better about rejection.
Let me see what else we've got here.
This is a fun game.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, do you still have the Tesla? The JoJo Tesla?
I do.
Great.
With your face on it?
I have, oh my God, it sounds so crazy anytime I say it like this, but I have a Lamborghini with my face on it.
Iconic.
But then I have the Tesla. So.
And what colour is the Lamborghini, please?
It's my face, so it's like just a bunch of my faces.
Amazing.
You are a left-hander.
I am not. I'm righty.
Isn't that weird? And let's finish on a real big one. You love pickles.
I love pickles.
Do you?
So good.
Do you like those ones that they just come in a bag? One big pickle.
So delicious. Like whole.
Yes.
That's amazing. JoJo, thank you so much for coming in. Catch
you.
JoJo performing in Melbourne exclusively for Always Live tonight at Summer Camp's Tramp Party.
See y'all there.
See you there.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
I mean, I sang that so well last night in my kitchen.
Did you?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what else you did well? Try to learn the Karma dance with JoJo Siwa.
Why am I so bad at dancing?
You tried though. Go to our Instagram at The Chrissie Swan Show. In the song, JoJo was trying to teach Chrissie the Karma dance.
And she just looked so repulsed at my inability. And she was right to be so repulsed because there is something wrong with me.
Chrissie's correspondence.
Yes, well, Haven't she wanted to have a say? I asked this week in Can I Ask You a Question? Which is a Taylor Swift song, by the way.
Duh.
How do Teslas work if you want to travel for longer than 400 kilometres?
Yeah.
And you know what? I spoke to a lot of people, including a Tesla driver, owner, Scudder, who works here.
Our audio producer.
Still couldn't answer me.
Nope.
I think I might have told him to get the hell out of the studio.
I think you
Yeah, I
did.
did.
Sorry, Scudder.
I said, stop wasting my time. Anyway, here is an answer of sorts from Michelle. I thought it was for a second there Michelle Resnicki, who I went to school with, and she was heaven. She was the year below me.
Good name.
You know how sometimes there's girls that are younger than you that are just chef's kiss?
Yeah.
Michelle Resnicki. If you're around, give me a call, 13 24 10. You were heaven. It's not Resnicki, though. It's Michelle Riziki.
Okay.
She says, hi, Chrissie. I have a Tesla and you can get to Uluru.
Oh.
Couple drove from Marysville in Victoria to Uluru. They said on their trip they use both superchargers and accommodation charges, which have dedicated outlets. Teslas are great. Never pay for petrol or servicing.
I mean, she sounds like someone from Tesla. She's obviously a rep.
Well, you know, not the voice that I gave her. Brody reached out after hearing my sweeping statement about personalised plates.
Yeah, you revealed yesterday you like them.
I love them.
They're so bogan.
Are they?
Mm.
What about the ones like on your car, the long, thin black ones, and you would have JC, whatever year you're born, 2020.
96, come on.
Do you know what I mean? Is that okay?
If it was a Euro plate.
Yeah.
A Euro plate I'm okay with. I still don't know if I would do personalised plates though. But anyway.
To me, because I was born in the 70s, it is the ultimate sign that you've made it.
That's heavy.
Like it absolutely is. And I know I'm not alone because Brody agrees with me. Talking about number plates, I've got one. It's called a Victorian Heritage Plate.
They're
It's numbers.
sick.
It's numbers only. They are amazing.
They're
How
cool.
do they work? Says the closer your plate number is to one, the more valuable it is.
Yeah.
Prices start at $19,000.
Yeah.
You got too much money if you're spending $19,000. All the way to millions for numbers like number one.
I know people that have spent six figures on those plates. And then, I mean, if you've got the money, it's worth every cent. It looks fantastic on the vehicle.
That is ridiculous.
No, I can't say it on air.
Do I know them?
Yeah.
Okay, you've got to tell me in the ad because I want names.
Name them.
I'm going to press charges. I revealed earlier this week that I once sent my pen pal in New Zealand dead flies. And then we were like, how did I find a pen pal? Because there was no internet.
Yeah.
This is the answer. Michael has reached out to us to say, you were talking today about pen pals and how we found them. When I was a kid, I remember there being a column in the Sunday paper. Yes, Michael.
Oh.
And it had pen pals. Like, you know, there was kittens and puppies and stuff and pen pals. And then it had a code and you would send your details to the code. And then if they got that code, they would send it back. They would send you a letter back.
That is so much admin.
I know.
How bored were you back then?
So bored, Jack. So deeply bored. All right, let's finish with this one. Renee wants to weigh in on our sweeping statement where, Jack, you said that you are now a Ziz man.
Yeah, I love a Coke Ziz.
Which is Coke Zero.
Controversial because you are the queen of the Diet Coke.
And you've always been a Diet Coke fiend.
Always loved a DC. I still do, but like for everyday life, I like a Ziz now.
So what happened? Like what?
I started drinking more Ziz, and then when I would go back to a DC, I was like, ooh, she's a bit harsher.
I get that too because you can't get classic Diet Coke in Bali, so I have to drink the Ziz. And then when I get back, normal Diet Coke tastes like soda water, like no flavour, but I press on. Anyway, Renee wants to say, none of these are good because they're all sugar and so unhealthy for you. It's disgusting.
Oh.
Well, look, it might be unhealthy and it might be disgusting, but there is no sugar in it, Renee.
Correct.
In either. In Ziz or Diet Coke. Water is the best out of these two. And you know what? She does have a point.
Does she?
Yes.
The point is she's boring and like live a little.
Water is the best.
Have the best weekend, Swanee.
You too,
Ricky
my
Lee,
love.
Tim and Joel are up next.
Now check this out.
The Chrissie Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.